Hmm? I don't know what this one. Hands my brains on.
Hey guys, and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. My name's Michael. I have been away for a while, that's why I haven't uploaded any videos for you to watch. But today we've got two mods that we're going to be doing, and it's a Vaptio brand. I've got two mods there for you, both temperature control, very different. So we're going to have a look through them and just see what's in the boxes. So let's have a look at this one here. Now this is the S50. Now from the model number you can guess that it's a 50 watt temperature mod here. Very nice actually. I do have some issues with them. We're going to go through them if I can find the tank. Aha, here it is. Okay. Right, so this is the S150. Nice little black box. They've got a scratch panel at the back just to make sure it's authentic. Now these were sent to me by Vaptio UK, so I think they've bought a franchise in the UK. They are made in Japan. It's a US company, but yeah, I think it's Chinese made. So if we just open the box, it's just got a couple of magnets at the front just to hold the box closed. And have a look here. And inside you had everything, but I've dropped everything as well. So that's the box. Just open it up, and inside you can obviously see the mod. You've got the tank. This one actually comes with the tank, the other one doesn't. And then the spare coil there. So it comes with two coils. One's pre-installed. I've already filled it up with liquid. I have been using it for a while now as well. Took it away with me on holiday to see how it would go, or just test it in the sunlight and tested it in hot weather and stuff like that. So that's the actual unit just there. Nice size, very light. This one's actually got a built-in battery, and it's actually got the charging port just down below there. Now this one, as I said, has got a built-in battery. It does last quite a while actually. Pass through as well, so you can use it while it's charging. On button just there, and then your up and down button is just there. Standard 510 connector. You know, nothing major really. I guess this is a starter kit. I'd say it was a starter kit for somebody. But I mean, it's quite nice. Nice glass front there. I think it's made of aluminium. I think that's why it's so light. What else do we have on here? And yeah, just a few details on the back just there. So let's just switch this on. So again, 5 clicks to switch it on, and then it comes up with a nice little display there. I have found that it is very dim. Throughout this review or testing these products, I have been in communications with the company, and they are going to be getting back to the manufacturers to try and update or rectify some of the issues that I've found. But I'm still going to share them with you. You know, this is a bunch of their new products. Hopefully they'll rectify them in the later versions. Okay, so if you just see there, we have got right at the top there, you've got a percentage bar. Now that would be for your battery. Second down is wattage, so you can adjust it from 0 to 50 watts. And then you've got power, so when you're actually pressing the button you can see what sort of voltage it is pushing. What else do we have? Ohms as well, and then at the bottom there, just before the end, you've got a timer, so you can see how long you're actually taking a drag for. And then right at the bottom is a puff counter. So as you can see, I've done 823 puffs on this unit, so I feel that I've tested it fairly well. Then we have the tank. Tank's actually quite nice. I enjoy using this. It does remind me of an Aspire V2. Same big holes in it. I'll get one of the coils out so you can actually see it. 2 air slots, both sides, and this does click into place. So you've got one that's slightly not the full hole there, or the air hole, and then if you click it round, then they're both fully open. Now this does have airflow on the top cap. Again, I'm not really a big fan, didn't really find the need for it, but you know, the option's there just in case you do. Separates as well. It is a bottom fill, so literally it's just a matter of unscrewing the bottom, and that's the coil there. So you've got 4 holes in there, so fluid can seep in nicely. With the tank as well, literally you're just pouring in the side as normal, but very easy to use. Feels very solid, very heavy. It's actually heavier than the mod, I found anyway. So yeah, and then you've got a nice little engraving just there. It doesn't come with too many spares, as I said, only a coil really. So let's just get that coil out for you to have a look. Sorry, I am a bit ill, just trying to get over this cold weather change and everything. It is absolutely miserable here. Right, so again, as I was saying about the V2, so you've got 4 air holes at the bottom there, and then 4 wick holes just there. It is a vertical coil. Now these are coming out to 0.2 ohms. I have pushed them up all the way to 50 watts on this unit, and there's no dry hits. I think there was a little bit of spit back you're getting. Excuse me. A little bit of spit back, but nothing major. You know, I think you only notice it when you take a really hard pull off of it. So what we'll do is just put this together. Just get rid of that box. Okay, so as soon as you connect, it says, is there a new atomizer? And then it'll be up for yes, down for no. So let's just put yes. And then it starts you off at 25 watts. It's like a preset, so you can turn it all the way up, and it goes up in increments of 1, and then if you hold it down, it's got an accelerator to it as well, and it does go all the way around. So once you've gone past 50, it'll go back to 0. Now, as I said, these are temperature controlled as well, and they actually switch over themselves. To tell you the truth, I don't like the temperature facility on these. What I'm finding is once you push the button, the wattage or the voltage takes its time to actually get to what you require for you to take a pull. So while you're pressing it and you've taken your pull, you're pulling, and then it kicks in, and by that time you've run out of puff or you've run out of your drag really. So I mean, that's something that I have had an issue with on these units, and as I said, the tank just feels heavier than the unit. It's nice, it is nice. I do have issues with the build quality in it. Excuse me. The build quality in it, especially for the price. I think this one is on sale now for $89.99, something like that, and then I think regularly it sits at about £109. I do feel that it is slightly expensive for what you're getting. Like the finish, I mean, it's a nice glass finish. You can't turn the display up, not that you can on any of them, but they do make them brighter on other ones. So let's just fire this off so you can see what it actually does. So it does hit quite hard. So issues with this, if you can see, I don't think you're going to be able to see. Slight gap. It's nothing major on this one, it's a lot bigger on the other one. I'm going to show you the difference. There's not much of a gap here, it doesn't affect it that much. If you obviously like it flush, then you know this isn't going to be for you. This is one of the issues that I did tell the company, and basically it's just this 510 connector is not sitting flush enough. If it was that little bit further down, it'd sit flush, there'd be no problems with it at all. Other issues with this one, the edges can be slightly sharp, and it feels like plastic, especially for that price. Battery wise, it lasts a good amount of time, which is good. And let's just take a couple of puffs on this, and I just want to show you. So that's sort of 25 watts. Let's just shoot that up. I have been vaping this at 40, 45, 50, and it's been fine. Okay, so there's a lot of power there for this tank. There is no rating on these coils. There's nothing written on them at all. This one actually looks like a jewel. Right, I mean, there's not too much information on these, but what it's producing is nice. I do like the tank. A lot of vapour, a lot of flavour. You are getting a bit of spit back there, as I said. Airflow's nice. It's a shame. I still like to use this one, and I have been using it, especially if I'm going out. I'll stick another RDA on there or something just to make it a lot smaller. So it's just pocket friendly, really. As I said, ohms come up there as well. What sort of power it is actually kicking out at. I'll have to put a temperature on there and actually show you what my issue is with it. But other than that, it's a nice little unit. I do think they are a bit overpriced. Especially when you can get, for instance, a Snow Wolf for roughly the same amount of money. It's a lot more power, it's built better. Summary, nice little unit, it's very light, tank's heavier than what the unit is. Battery lasts quite a while. I don't have any details, they don't supply anything to tell me what type of battery is in here. Now, as I said, it is a temperature controlled unit. Other things that I can tell you, no, there's no instructions on it or anything like that. This may just be one of their very first ones. Hopefully, if they do rectify everything, they'll include some instructions or some stats, specs, anything like that would be helpful. Obviously, I can pass that information on to yourselves. Pass-through filter, up and down, clicky buttons, they're fairly nice, nothing rattles on it, as well as I said, it's just the edges that are fairly sharp and the 510 that needs to come down. Temperature controlled as a unit, I don't like it. The way it works, I'm just not impressed at all. I mean, if I can get a temperature RDA, just put that on for you. Let's just check that. Yep. Okay, so to actually change it over to temperature, usually it does sense it, but if you push the up button and the fire button together, it'll change from wattage to temperature. So yeah, that was it. And then press it again, and then it turns to Fahrenheit. And then obviously if you press the fire button and the negative button, it should change to Celsius, and then back to Fahrenheit, which is just now. It keeps on turning back to wattage for some reason. So, no sensor. Okay. So, it's saying that it's not reading it. The temperature sensing I don't like on these units. I'm not finding them to be any good, really, but as a unit, as a little unit, they're okay. They're okay. Would I go and spend money on it? No, personally. That mod. Let's move over to the other mod, which is, I've lost it. Okay, so let's move over to the other mod. Right, this is the other mod. This is the Soar T120. So as the name suggests, it does go up to 120 watts, this one. Again, temperature controlled. Different box, different styling. Let's open the box. So in this one, you actually get, if you open this out, a lot more instruction there. Tells you a lot more about the functions of it, overheating functions, low wattage protection, over vaping time protection, so it's 10 second, short circuit protection, atomizer detached warning, overheating, reverse battery protection, temperature control, wattage adjustment, how to turn the unit on, how to replace the batteries. So a lot more detail there. Why there's no details on the other one. Maybe the manual's not in the box, I couldn't tell you. It is the only one that I've got, so a lot more detail on that one. Now in the box is, well, let's just have a look on the outside. So again, another scratch panel just now. So I take it you can go to their website and double check everything just to make sure that they all are authentic. And that's all that's in the box, is just the unit. No tank with this one. Get rid of that. Just spilt that. Okay, so that's the unit. Nice shape, a lot longer compared. Now this one doesn't have a built-in battery, so you're able to use your 18650 batteries in this one, which we are going to put in. So it's like the what would it be? The Vapor Shark Flask Shark, something like that. So the battery is, the cover's just there, so you just turn in that little section there. It's fairly easy to do with your nails. You don't need to get any tools out or anything like that. And then that's the inside just there. So let's stick some batteries in this one. Just take them out of a Snow Wolf. Okay, so just literally slide them in, so negative to the top and then positive to the top. And then slide those in. Cap down and literally just turn it. So I've done that with my nail and it turns on instantly. Okay, so same type of layout as the last one. The screen is a bit brighter on this one. As I said, two 18650 batteries. Now this one, as you can see, there's a puff counter on there. It's temperature controlled, wattage, all the same functions really. And then check atomizer. This one I've done 751 puffs, I guess you want to call them that, or fired it 751 times. So again, I feel that I've used it quite thoroughly. Again, this is another one that I took on holiday. Now both of these that I've had issues with is the screen. They're not bright enough, especially sitting behind that glass finish. The rest of it is matte. Again, it's just got the model number on the back there. Now straight off the bat, issue with this one, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to put an RDA or a tank on there. That 510 sticks up way too much. It's ridiculous. Why they didn't make it flush, I just don't know. So you're going to see the gap in that one. Again, it's very solid. Buttons are nice and clicky. Excuse me. What we'll do is see if the original tank that comes with the other one. Okay. So again, it said new atomizer or new RDA and then just up, and then this one actually comes on at 50 watts. Now, I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. That gap in there is ridiculous. Now this one does irritate me. It's too big, and if you actually look, it's slightly off to the side. They've just got to make them better. The build quality in this one, it feels like a more premium unit, but it's just, you know, other than that, it's such a shame. It really lets it down. I like the whole feel of this one. It just feels more solid. It's just that this one is just that stupid 510 connector. So again, this is another issue that I brought up with the company. And if we hold down, so again, this is another issue with it, but we'll fire it and see how it goes. So that's at 50 watts now, where the other one was at 40. The tank does really well. I do like the tank. Good airflow, nice taste. This just needs to sort out this spit back issue. So if they put a little grill mesh on top of the coil, something like that, just to stop that spit back, it'll be fine. The actual unit itself, as I said, is solid. There's no sharp edges on this one. It's been aging well. I mean, just at the bottom here, it's starting to lose its colour on these two corners there. It's got this nice black chrome finish just at the top there. It's just that 510. Now these are adjustable, these are spring-loaded 510 connections, so you'll be able to put any other RDA or tank on there, which ain't a problem. Again, I've still got a problem with their technology for the temperature control, so I'm not even going to go into them. I'm just going to be using them as normal units. Dense cloud. I've got no issues with that at all. It's just when they start advertising it as a temperature control and it just doesn't deliver. See if I can get this one to do it actually, just to give you an idea. So again, let's put that temperature coil on there. It's asking if it's a new atomizer, so I'm just going to click up. And now it's just clicked, it's switched over by itself, which is great. You know, that feature works. Okay, so if we turn, for instance, that temperature up there, now if you watch the wattage gauge there, it just takes so long. So if if you're pressing it down, taking the pull, by the time you've got to the wattage that you want, you know, you've run out of pulling power, let's say, which is a shame. That needs to be a lot more instant. You know, everything else does, the SX chip does, the Snow Wolf does, I'm sure the Vapor Shark does as well. So this unit, I think this one goes for roughly about $79.99. What I'll do is I'll put a link in the description below. You can head over there and have a look for yourselves. As I said, you know, if they were normal units, they'd be fine. It's literally just the fact that the temperature control doesn't work, so don't sell it as it is. I don't know if they've tested them against other units to see how they should be performing, but this isn't doing it for me. Again, a 510 connection, and that's it really. Other than that, they're a normal unit. Accuracy of power, they're slightly down on power. I'd imagine so. When you put them up against the SX chip, they are low on power compared, which is a shame. But you know, they're still not bad price wise. I think they're a bit expensive. I do like the 120, the build quality of it. The S50, it's a nice small unit. They've just got to sort out these other little issues really, and maybe even get rid of the temperature control feature in there. I just don't see it as a point. Okay, so this was just a quick review on these products. I've used them, enjoyed them, a few issues with them. I've got back to the company, they're going to let us know, see what they can change on them. Hopefully they communicate with me and the UK distributor to see what we think of them as products, and hopefully they'll make the adjustments as necessary. So thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.